What's up, guys? George back again to do another LP update. This one is for August 11th, 2017. Just got back from my across Pennsylvania trip, hitting up various flea markets, indoor flea markets and antique stores that I knew about. One out in Bellefonte, PA. Another one in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. I found some decent stuff. Went to George's Song Shop in Johnstown. Got some stuff there. And a couple other little, antique spots along the way. Most of the stuff I got is all $1 to, I think the most I paid for any of it was $8 for for 2 LPs. But most of it was in that $2 range. So I got quite a bit here, so I figured I'll go through them pretty quick. That way this video is not 3 hours long. I got shit everywhere right now. Just got back a little while ago. First thing I did pick up, I found this is one of the first things I picked up. This was $1. No, this was $2. Another copy of Muscle of Love from Alice Cooper. It does come with the book cover insert. It's in decent shape. I have another copy of this already, but for $2, I wasn't going to let this one sit there. There's one little issue here with the tear, and that side. But other than that, the vinyl's in very good plus, and you don't see this very often in really decent shape. This one's not bad at all. Might be a little better than the one I already have. I'm not sure though. I have to double check. But like I said, for $2, I was not gonna leave that sit there. Next up is UK pressing of Stone Fury's Burn Like a Star, featuring Lenny Wolf, who was in Kingdom Come. This was Dead Mint. These are mostly all the $2 ones. So there's a lot of metal in this in this stack. Probably more than half of it's metal. Pick that up. This one I knew right away what it was. It's just a single. When I saw it was just it was $1, and that's a single for Lust for Freedom from Grim Reaper, but they don't have the Grim Reaper name on here. It was a mystery band. You had to guess who it was, and then call in this phone number that's on here. But this was on red vinyl. But obviously, I put 2 and 2 together. I saw the title, Lust for Freedom, and the year from '87, and I kind of knew it was Grim Reaper. So for $1, I just picked it up. And when I got home tonight, I just double checked on Discogs, and sure enough, it is Grim Reaper. So that's cool. I'll just add that to the Grim Reaper section of my collection. Next up is, I picked this up. This look cool as shit. This is Fleetwood Mac in Chicago. The original Fleetwood Mac. This is on Blue Horizon, I think is the name of the label. Yeah, Blue Horizon. Double LP. It's when they were the blues version of Fleetwood Mac. So you have like Otis Spann on here, Willie Dixon's on here. Honey Boy Edwards, Shaky Horton, really killer blues album. This was originally issued not as Fleetwood Mac. It was issued as like a blues collection, and then I guess they decided to release it with the Fleetwood Mac name, because I guess most of the Fleetwood Mac members from that time were, in this band, like Peter Green and Mick Fleetwood and John McVie. But a ton of people on this. This is an amazing collection. if you love blues, I would definitely. I can't stress more how good the early Fleetwood Mac stuff is. The blues, the Peter Green Fleetwood Mac. Definitely check this out. This was dead mint, $2. Finally found a copy of this for $1. I've been looking for this album since Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, came out, and that's Redbone Mavoka, I guess is how you say it. And it has the single "Come and Get Your Love" on it. I hardly ever see this record. I don't know why, but finally found a copy. It's in pretty decent shape. The artwork's not the greatest on it, the cover, but the vinyl's in pretty good shape, so I just figured finally I'd add it to the collection. I love that track. So, but I hardly ever see this one. Found another copy of the Brian Johnson and Geordie for $1. So I just picked this up to basically trade bait kind of stuff. Maybe put it up on Discogs or something. Cause it's like a $10 album really, but this thing's dead mint, still has a shrink wrap. I have a couple copies of this. I have the import one. This is on MCA Records. Pretty killer stuff. If you like Geordie, it's a good little collection. Let's see. A couple punk things. Some weird shit here. Found this one, Bullet Revolta, on Tang Records. I think this is self-titled. I have, I think, a couple 7-inches from these guys. Figured for $1, I'd give it a shot, try it out. Ian Dury and the Blockheads, Jukebox Dory. It's a collection. Now, this is a UK release on Stiff. I have one other, and this was like dead mint too. I have his first album, so I figured I'd grab this for $1. I couldn't remember if I liked that first album. It's been years since I listened to it, so figured I'd add this one to the collection. So that's the Ian Dury, Jukebox Dory. So, pretty cool, I guess. Like I said, I haven't listened to it. I haven't heard his stuff in forever. Another weird, like, grungy thing I picked up on, I think this is on Sub Pop. Yeah, and that is Blood Circus. It was another, I just saw it was on Sub Pop for $1. I picked it up. From what I remember, they're kind of grungy. Came out in, I think this came out in 91, maybe? Something like that. And this is weird. It came from the Penn State University radio station. There's a couple in here like that. Has the WPSU call letters on it. I'll be listening to this week to check it out. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what they sound like, but they look cool. This one on Playboy Records, Blue Ash. This came out in 1977. It's a gold stamp promo. Just looked interesting. Kind of a bluesy type thing. Not the greatest, but it was like power pop, bluesy, little blues. It was okay. I've never seen it before, so, and it does come with an insert. I think that looks like, yeah, it has All About Blue Ash insert and made to look like a newspaper, the inner sleeve. I'll give it another spin. But it's probably more power pop than blues. But like I said, it's on Playboy Records, which is weird. There's the thing. I don't think I've ever seen anything on Playboy Records, but grab that. Look at that, was another $1 one. Another power pop record. I absolutely love this record. And that's Tony OK, Life in the Food Chain. I already had this, but I noticed this was a gold stamp promo of it, and I had no idea that the promos, some of them were green vinyl. And it says promo right on the label. So that was a no-brainer for me. There's the band there. Another power pop type thing. Really killer record. Didn't really like the second album too much, but I absolutely love this record. This is a fantastic power pop record. Really killer. And the bonuses. Gold stamp promo. If you ever see one out in the wild, definitely check to see if it's the green vinyl one. Not sure it's valuable or not. I don't think so. I don't think this album really did all that much, but I love this record. I thought this was a great record. Nazareth UK pressing of 2XS on Vertigo. Really killer. Always liked this Nazareth stuff. I know there's a little more keyboard stuff. This thing was super clean as well. But I figured I have the US version of this, but for $1, I grabbed this one. But always liked this record. Another one I was disappointed in. This is not what I thought it was going to be. Dragon Sunshine UK pressing. I thought they were going to be a little heavier, but it's like soft rock. So I'll be trading this in somewhere. Wasn't not my cup of tea at all. Didn't like this at all. But it's more soft rock shit than anything. I thought it was going to be a little heavier, but I was way off on that one. A Ram Jam record I never had. Portrait of the Artist as a young Ram. This has a killer track, Runaway. I absolutely love that tune. Never had this on vinyl. I never had this at all, honestly, on cassette or anything like that. But figured for $1, I'm gonna add it to the collection to check it out. I love Ram Jams, some of their stuff, but I look forward to hearing this whole album. But I've heard Runaway, and always loved that tune, so that's on this record. So I'm glad I picked that up. One on Rounder that looked interesting. Preacher Jack. Kind of bluesy, old school, honky tonk piano. Kind of like a Jerry Lee type thing. Jerry Lee Lewis type thing. Very interesting. I dug this a lot. I thought this was good. Sleepy LaBeef is the guitar player on there, if people are familiar with him. He's a guitar player on this, so this was another $1. Fine. Really good shape. The cover's not perfect, but the vinyl was, so I like this kind of shit. I love a lot of stuff that's on the Rounder label. A lot of the bluesy stuff. Edgar Winter record I never had, which is crazy because I thought I had everything. This is just called the Edgar Winter Group with Rick Derringer. Another $1 one. I never heard this one, so I'll be checking this out. Also, it's Dan Hartman and Chuck Ruff. So hopefully it's interesting. But we'll see. And then the rest are all metal, I think, for the most part. I found 3 LPs from the band Trance. These are all the UK, or all German pressing. I got Power Infusion. Victory. And Breakout. And these are all on Rockport Records out of Germany. They're all in the vinyl, are all in near mint. No Looks like they haven't been played, but the artwork's definitely looks like it's, you know, basically record shelf damage. Not damage, but wear. But I was happy to grab these. I don't know much about these guys, but the album covers are the classic, you know, metal looking album covers. So grabbed all three of those. These were $2 each, I think. Yeah, $2 each. So I picked those three up. Sealed copy of Keel's Final Frontier. I don't remember this album at all. I know Gene Simmons produced it. It has Mark Ferrari and Brian J, Kenny Chase, and Dwayne Miller. So that one's sealed. I don't think I even had this on vinyl, so grab that one. And another sealed copy of Riot's Born in America with Rhett Forrester. This is the original issue, I believe. I know they reissued this on Grudge Records, I think, with a different cover, like a chick on the cover. Well, I love Rhett Forrester, so I'll have to revisit this record. Sealed copy Zootrope, A Life of Crime. This one was $3. I never had this record either. I know they're a little thrashier, but definitely be cracking this one at some point to listen to. This is on Caroline, I think, or Combat Records. So there's that. Cool cover. It's like a cutout. You know, I guess when you pull the inner sleeve out, I guess if you flip the inner sleeve over, there'll be other pictures. I don't know. It's sealed. This one's super weird, and I can't find any info on it. There's no year on this, but I have a feeling this is like early 80s. As Wildwood Days. A compilation of bands that played around the Wildwood, New Jersey area. And they all look like, except for two, look like hard rock bands. You know, you got the band Ziggy. I have no idea. They look like T-Rex almost. Superheat. Another band called Money. A band called Philadelphia. And then you have JR's Band of Gold and JR's Silver Lining that look more like disco type shit. But this was only $1. I figured I'd give it a try. It's still in the shrink wrap. There was no other info inside. It's like super thick vinyl. It's almost like 180 gram vinyl. But again, no release date. I can't find any info on it. I haven't listened to the bands yet. They look kind of hard rock, glammy, you know, 70s, I guess. But I thought that was interesting, so I figured, what the hell, for $1, I'll pick it up. Stray, Hearts of Fire. This is more like classic rock than it is hard rock, but this is a German import or UK import on PYE Records or Pi Records. I just thought it looked weird enough for me to pick it up. But it was $1. Gold stamp promo of Fist, Thunder and Rock. I have a couple other records from Fist. I didn't have this one, so that was I think this was $2. Uncle Slam, Say Uncle, kind of thrashy hardcore. I don't think I had any of their stuff, but this is on Caroline. This was like dead mint. Even the cover was really nice. This one was $2 as well. And lastly, this is the one I paid $8 for. The first TT Quick EP. I grabbed another copy of this. I already had this, but for $8 I'm gonna pick it up again. Released by Megaforce in, I guess, 83, 84, somewhere around there. Obviously has Mark Tornillo Accept fame now, but this is their first EP with the cover of Fortunate Son, the Creedence tune. Always loved this EP. Every time I see it cheap, I pick it up. I think this is the third or fourth one I have. I sold a couple in the past and then found another couple, so I think they go for around 25 to 30 now for this. But this was one of the first ones I found at George's Song Shop. As soon as I walked in the door, I walked over to the metal section. It was right up front, so grabbed it. That was the first thing I grabbed at George's. But anyway, that is it for this update and for the trip. I had a good time. Did a lot of fishing. Caught quite a lot. The first night we were out, we caught, I think we counted 24 fish between me and the kids and the wife. Second night we were out, we weren't out too long that night. I think we nailed like 10 or 12 fish that night. Threw them all back. My daughter had the biggest fish. She caught like a 12-inch bass, big mouth bass. It was a nice size. So she won as far as the biggest fish goes. I caught the biggest catfish. He was about 11 and a half inches, but caught a lot of sunfish, some big sunfish too. Those fuckers hurt when you try and take them off the hook. If the fins come out, they can prick you. So I was bleeding a couple times, but overall I had a great time. Digging during the day, fishing at night, having a few beers here and there, spending time with the wife's family. So I'm beat. Me and my oldest just got back. My wife's coming back tomorrow. She stayed up there one more day, but I wanted to get back because we had the dog with us. So we just got back a little while ago, so I am going to go crash out, try to enjoy the 3-day weekend, my 3-day weekend, since I'm back Thursday. So I'm off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Didn't spend as much as I thought I would, which is good, so I might actually go out on Saturday, do some garage sale or flea market or something if it's nice. It's supposed to be nice. So anyway, that's enough rambling. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
These are fun, but you never want to put your mouth on it.
That's what she said.
It works better if you inhale.
That's true too. Too bad there's writing on it. Oh, it's a single. I'll check it out. I don't know what it is.
This is one of the new shit pop songs.
Yeah.
That gets fucking overplayed 30 million times a day.
Doesn't every new pop song get played 30 million times a day now?
J.J. Johnson.
Penelope Houston, The Avengers, $20. I don't know if that's a good price, but I'm not paying 20 for it.
Miles Davis, greatest hits.
How much?
$1, but it doesn't come in it. Just comes in a sleeve.
Yeah.
Covered.
This guy stuff's all over the place, man.
Price-wise,
Yeah.
what else in there?
I don't know, but I gotta check that Montrose because I have a white label at home. The cover's beat. It's weird.
Try to catch it.
What's up, guys?
Oh, really?
I'm feeding, I don't care.
I'm killing his jeans and rebel wall.
Voice responding to him, which is captured on this digital recorder. Where are you? Oh, dude, it's getting just creepier vibe the more you walk in. Be cautious.
What was that about?
What's wrong? It's just that you entered someone's property.
Ray, Ray.
Billy and Jay have been investigating the basement of the Plaza Hotel.